G'day guys, it's fairly late Friday afternoon now. I've knocked off for the day, had a shower and I'm ready to kick back and relax. But I thought while it's nice and quiet and I'll come out and show you this fence I built. It's for our dogs. Uh, yeah, it's I've made it snake proof because we've got an issue here with snakes. Um, Only black snakes, red belly black snakes, but they're no hassle for us. But they're not too good for the dogs. Um, I've only ever had kelpies here, and I haven't ever had an issue because my dogs are all up the hill further there, and I think that the old black snake will only go for something when it's cornered. So obviously Gracie, this little dog, must have cornered the snake, I'd say. And but yeah, like I say, I've only ever had kelpies, and I haven't had an issue with that. But it's terrible to lose your dogs, and I lost my last kelpie about 5 weeks ago. He wasn't that old either, but it wasn't from snake bite. But you know, we all love our animals and love our dogs, and that's why I built this fence. After Gracie, seeing what Gracie went through, it was horrible. So I thought, how can I deter snakes from coming around here? So I've made this paddock. You can see that's a fairly large paddock there, and it goes down further. But anyway, what I did was I looked around. I wasn't sure what to do. I thought of putting tin in the ground and all this sort of things, but this is eventually what I came up with. Is this mesh here? It's called vermin-proof mesh, and it's very fine. And the little squares in it, I think they're 6mm by 6mm. And so what I did was I put a 6B1. You can see running down there. I put a 6B1 down into the ground. And I sump oiled it. I didn't want to use treated pine because I thought the treated pine would corrode the galvanising in the wire. I've used treated pine posts, which I'm not that big on treated pine, but it's the way it is here now. It's about all that's available. But anyway, and on the treated pine posts, I actually, you can see here, I put poly pipe down the post, and then I put the wire and screwed the wire onto that. So none of the wire is touching the treated pine. So hopefully it's going to last a few years. Well, yeah, hopefully it does. But same with my gates. I had to make the gate, with this vermin-proof stuff all over it, and then I put poly at the corners, at the edges of the gate, so when the gate shuts, it shuts up against them, and same with along the bottom. But yeah, it's been a success. I'm pretty sure of that because we haven't had a snake in there, and we have got a lot of snakes around. And I know there's still a few about, as I know last summer one went under the house. We were sitting on the veranda, the girls were home, and a snake went across and under the house. So I got under the house after it to try and relocate it, and I got the girls to surround the house and sing out if it comes out. But anyway, he evaded me. I couldn't catch him. So I know he's still around. He's a fairly big snake, but yeah, it's getting that time now. Snakes, they're going to be starting to move around. So I've just mowed outside here. I think the best thing to do is keep the grass as short as possible so they haven't got any, anywhere to hide, and they might move on. And we try not to leave water. If we have the dogs in the house yard, we try not to leave water around anywhere so the snakes are, attracted to the water. I think a big problem was the side of the old house. The drain was an open drain for a long time, and one of those jobs I've fixed it now, but one of those jobs that I looked at and put it off, and unfortunately I think that's what the snakes were getting water, because they all seem to be going under the house, and they live under the house, and then that's how Gracie got bitten. So yeah, this fence is it's been good, a bit of peace of mind actually, because it's, you know, there was nothing. It was terrible to see a dog getting a snake bitten. It's the first time I've ever seen a dog bitten by a snake. And so yeah, guys. Anyway, I don't know if anyone's interested in that. If you got a dog and you got a snake problem, I'm also going to do this around the house yard, so that when the dog's around the house yard with us, I'm always worrying when it gets warm. But what I've got to make sure I've got none under the house before I fence them in. So anyway, that's another story. Anyway, guys, hope you have a long weekend. Yeah, I bet you'd love to have a long weekend. Hope you all have a good weekend, and cheers. We'll catch you soon. Bye for now, guys.